Hello, everyone, everywhere. This is Pastor Robert Thibodeau. Welcome to your on-the-air video training for today. This is video number 18, and today we're going to be talking about your headset. A lot of you will be using a headset to connect to your computer. That's okay. That's how I started as well 7 years ago. It seems like a long time ago, and then some days it seems just like yesterday. Amen. Because you're going to have a lot of fun with this. When you start doing your podcast and your radio recordings, especially if you get into live interviews, you're just going to enjoy it. It is not a tedious process usually, but your headset is something that will be connecting your voice, your actual voice, connecting that to all of the technology that you'll be utilizing to get the word out, to get your message to your listeners and your audience. Even television, they don't use cheap microphones in television. When you're talking about the electronic medium, the number one thing you need to remember is coming from your voice. The first step that you're going to take in getting your message to your listeners, wherever they may be, is connecting your voice to all the technology through the microphone. Okay, so if you remember that, then you will do very well. If you forget that and try and go cheap, then you're going to provide a lower quality broadcast to your listeners, and they'll start dropping off. The headset is the number one choice that you're probably going to make in what technology to use in your program and get all that going. If at all possible, I would highly, highly encourage you to use a USB type of microphone. Unless you're plugging into a soundboard or using a mixer, which 90% of you will not be doing, you should choose a USB microphone over a pin and jack style microphone. The quality and stability will be a whole lot better. If you want to lose your audience fast, try recording into a poorly recorded microphone, and the quality will suffer. It really will, and trust me, I know this. And just stick with the USB microphone, unless, like I said, you're using a mixer or soundboard. Let me see if I can pull this up into the program here. And there it is. Okay. Now you should be looking at an Amazon picture, looking at USB microphones. The price can vary. Here you see from $19 up to $97 and everything in between. I would recommend choosing one that your budget can afford. The prices are all fairly reasonable, even for the most expensive one, the $97 one that you see here. The prices are fairly reasonable. And if you scroll down on Amazon, you're going to get some that'll even be more expensive. Now, more expensive does not necessarily translate into a better sounding program. However, I will caution you to try and purchase the best quality headset and microphone that your budget will be able to afford, because cheaper it actually just does not sound good on the recordings. And again, I tested my original microphone way back 7 years ago as compared to the microphone that I use now, which is the Yeti, and the sound quality is just so drastically different. It really is. So cheaper is not usually better. And then again, more expensive doesn't really improve the quality that much above a certain level. So I say stick with a mid-grade one and you're going to be okay. If you can afford the more expensive one, there will be several little tweaks that, like you might be able to mute it just by pushing a button and things like that. The headphone I use when I go out and do a live broadcast somewhere away from the studio, I use one where I can just push one button and it mutes all the background sound, it mutes all the sound actually, even my voice. So you can get little bells and whistles the more money you spend, But if you're just starting out, a good mid-range USB mic plug-in type microphone will be what you need. Now, I want you to think of your purchase like this. I just mentioned it a minute ago. When you're doing your podcast or your radio program, you are in the business of transmitting your voice and your information to your clients or to your listeners. And the number one thing that's relevant to you accomplishing that task is, by using your voice, your microphone. That's the only thing connecting you personally and your voice to all of the electronic gadgets and technology that's available. Your microphone. You have to remember that's the number one thing that you need. So with that, we're going to wrap up for today. Choose your microphone wisely, and your program will sound absolutely amazing. Cheaper is not always best. Use a USB microphone if at all possible. Choose the one that fits your budget. And remember, you need to be blessed in all that you do. And have a great day.